Caitlin Clark is facing her #1 rival in the Sun. And the amount of people like, you're just making up rivalries. No. Caitlin Clark and JC Sheldon. There's a legitimate hatred there.
Send the rest of the league a message. The WNBA missed an opportunity to take that. By the way, referees completely bleeped that whole thing up. I mean, they effed it up.
What if the WNBA's biggest star walked away because the league failed to protect her? Caitlin Clark has changed the game, drawing massive crowds and boosting ratings, but one critical incident involving Marina Mabery may have pushed her over the edge. Could this mishandling plunge the WNBA into a crisis it can't recover from? Stick around to discover how this could impact the future of women's basketball forever. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. You won't believe how fast one moment can spark chaos. During a game that should have been about great basketball, Marina Mabery shoved Caitlin Clark to the ground with enough force to draw gasps from fans. But here's the kicker. Nothing happened. No flagrant foul, no disciplinary action, just play on like it was no big deal. For fans of Clark, though, it felt like their worst fears were being realized. The league's brightest star, a player who is breaking records and bringing in massive viewership, was left completely unprotected. What followed was a firestorm.
Kathy Engelbert, get some real referees and fire every one of them mother-scooting sons of bees out of there. Get them out.
Like, there's nobody that quite brings out the demon like JC Sheldon. Hence why Caitlin Clark has set her career high on JC Sheldon. Caitlin Clark has set the all-time assist record on JC Sheldon's head.
The Protect Caitlin movement instantly took off on social media, fueled by slow-motion replays and endless discussions dissecting the play. Fans were jumping on live streams, arguing not just about the shove itself, but how the league seems to prioritize everything except the safety of its stars. People were heated, tagging the WNBA and demanding answers, but the silence from the league? Deafening. It wasn't just fans either. Legends of the game have started to chime in, questioning why Clark is being treated this way. And then there's the numbers. Did you know viewership drops by nearly 55% when Caitlin Clark isn't playing? That statistic alone proves how pivotal she is, not just to her own team's success, but to the overall health of the league. So when a player like that gets taken down on court without accountability, it's not just upsetting, it feels reckless. Fans are frustrated, and many are straight up mad. They feel like the league is flirting with disaster by not stepping up to protect the stars that are supposed to carry them into the future. What makes this tougher to swallow is the double standard people think they're seeing. There are clips all over Twitter showing Clark taking harder fouls than anyone else with no calls, while other players get a whistle for far less contact.
Caitlin Clark has then did what she did, and she had the most impressive 20-6 game I've ever seen, because she must have had about 7 hockey assists as well.
Mabery came in with the Kennedy Carter body slam heard around the world.
It's not just about fairness on the court. It's become a debate about respect, representation, and whether the league truly values Clark. Fans have even started calling for an enforcer to protect her during games. It's clear this moment is now a rallying cry, but can the WNBA deal with the pressure, or is it already too late? Imagine this. Caitlin Clark suiting up for an overseas team, welcomed like royalty at the airport with fans holding signs and cheering her name. She's earning more money, flying first class, and playing in a league that treats her as the centerpiece of their entire operation. Meanwhile, the WNBA is scrambling, trying to explain how they let their most marketable star slip away. It might sound dramatic, but it's a very real possibility, and there are some convincing reasons why. International leagues are already known for offering what the WNBA doesn't. Higher salaries are just the tip of the iceberg. In Europe or Asia, top players are guaranteed first-class travel, personalized support, and a schedule built around their needs.
The word, it's called karma. Yeah, it's karma. Of course, the other night, there was a Connecticut Sun-Indiana Fever game.
J.C. Sheldon and the Ohio State Buckeyes were a team that were huge rivals with Iowa. J.C. Sheldon was Caitlin Clark's matchup, and there was a hatred between those teams.
Compare that to the WNBA, where players have to deal with commercial flights, inconsistent officiating, and even debates about dress codes. This is exactly why fans are calling out the league, saying they've put their priorities in the wrong place. Caitlin Clark is expected to fill arenas, drive viewership, and carry the future of women's basketball. But what's her reward? It's hard not to ask the tough questions. Overseas, the difference is night and day. These leagues not only pay more, but they also promote their stars as the face of the sport. Players are greeted with genuine excitement.
That's the thing, and I understand college is college, pros is pros. But at the end of the day, these two players, you can hate a player from college and you still hate them in the pros.
And as she was reeling from that, Marina Mabery came in with the Kennedy Carter body slam heard around the world.
Not just on the court, but everywhere they go. The financial gap alone is massive. Diana Taurasi, for example, once played a full season in Russia because the paycheck was too big to ignore. Stars like Clark could easily make the same move, especially when frustrations start piling up. With her current treatment in the WNBA, who could blame her for considering it? But here's the scary part for the WNBA. If Caitlin leaves, she could spark a trend. Rising stars look to players like her when deciding their future. If she bolts, it could shake the league at its core. The WNBA is at a critical crossroads. Adapt and protect its talent, or risk losing its brightest light to leagues that clearly know their worth. The choice seems obvious, right? Caitlin Clark's potential departure isn't just about one incident or one player. It's a loud wake-up call for the WNBA.
Slammed into the side of Caitlin Clark and sent her viciously flying to the floor. Now, of course, many of you were like, can we ban her?
Jumped on top of Caitlin Clark, kind of grabbed her, and Caitlin Clark kind of swung back at her. Like, these two players have had battles, and nobody can bring out the demon in Caitlin Clark. Like,
the shove from Marina Mabery may have been the spark, but the real issue is deeper. Fans are frustrated, players feel undervalued, and the league's priorities are being questioned. If the WNBA wants to secure its future, it has to act now. Stricter foul rules, consistent officiating, these aren't optional anymore. Without change, the league risks losing not just Clark, but everything she represents. The question now is simple. Will the WNBA step up before it's too late?